everyone. I hope you're ready to get sweaty. This fast dynamic movement flow is going to incorporate elements of cardio, agility, and coordination training. We'll begin on our feet. Let's start on the right side of the mat, facing the long edge of the mat. We're going to sink down and decelerate, purposely slow motion your way down into what I call pop chair, meaning that the right foot is planted and we're popped up on the left balls of the feet. As you sink down, think about the pelvic floor rising, okay? Pelvic floor rises as we decelerate down. Then take your hands and hug around the waist like you're squeezing a tube of toothpaste. And then think front to back compression. Both co-contracting, meeting in the middle. One does not overpower the other. They secure and stabilize the contents within. Bring your hands into prayer position and just get acclimated to this popped chair position. To warm up, we're going to swim in and out of a twisted chair. I really want you to think about swimming into it. It's not your deepest chair. We're not cranking into our deepest twist because we're moving in and out of it. But the left elbow moves towards the outside of the right quad, swims over there, and then it swims out. As you come up, I want you to rise and take this popped leg, the left leg with you, coming into a standing twist. So as you swim in and out of this, exhaling, as you come down, inhaling, as you rise, we lubricate the shoulder joints as we start to awaken the mobility. So we lubricate as we awaken, as we sink, the pelvic floor rises. We've got so many different elements of the dynamic interplay of opposing parts going on. But just really focus right now on swimming in and out, lubricating that mobility, increasing that range of motion in a really fluid way, not in a forceful way. And then really starting to incorporate that breath, which is going to be so essential. It always is in our practices, but I'm telling you, we're gonna get that heart rate up. You're gonna be sweating. It's hot here. I don't know what the temperature is like where you're at, but it's been over 100 last couple days. I don't have AC, but my house stays relatively cold and, considering. But man, I plan on doing some solid sweating here with you today. One more time, we're gonna decelerate down, and then we're gonna come back up. Now, slow motion, I want you to take it to the other side by coming through your horse stance. So that's controlled, buoyant stability, a place we can move in and out of, buoyant stability, coming through this horse stance, and you know where we're going. So it's gonna be that left foot that stays grounded. We pop up on the right balls of the feet and decelerate with control down into our chair position. Take a moment to let the pelvic floor rise as we sink down, hug around the waist, sandwich, compress front to back, meet in the middle, stability in the torso. And you know where we're going next to? We're gonna swim into that twisted chair. We're gonna swim up into our standing twist, lubricating as we awaken the mobility and fluidly increase our range of motion. That's gonna feel good. And that's what we want. We want this fluid but strong sensation that we carry with us throughout our practice and apply to all of our movements. And that goes hand in hand with that buoyant stability. It's not a locked stability. It's not scaffolding that doesn't budge. It's a blueprint that's designed to work with the elements, to sway with the wind and control all the parts so it doesn't just break. That's us. Inhale and exhale. Remember, every time you go down, remind yourself, as you sink, the pelvic floor rises, and then we swim open. So you sink, the pelvic floor rises, swim open. One more time, we'll sink it down. And then we're gonna bring it up. And this time, we're not gonna just step in slow motion through horse over to the other side. We're gonna start adding a little bounce to our step. Remember that concept of buoyant stability. You're gonna go from popped chair, decelerate down on the exhale, inhale, pop chair, decelerate down. Okay, inhale, exhale, nice slow motion, pelvic floor rises as you sink into your chair. Inhale, decelerate down, keep going. I don't really care what you do with your arms. You can do what I'm doing, or if that feels silly, you find your own method to the madness. But just remember that it's always the inside foot that comes popped onto the balls of that foot. And decelerate down with intention. The pelvic floor rises as you sink down. Controlled buoyancy in that sort of flow over, powerful flow over from side to side. Now, next time you come to the right, I want you to pause and just think about, we're gonna keep that momentum, that pace going, that hopping back and forth, but I want you to just to hook really loosely into eagle pose, Garudasana. As you come into eagle pose on the right standing leg, the right arm comes under. It doesn't need to be full hooks, okay? It can be loose because we're moving in and out of it. So opposite can be said when we go to the other side. Instead of the right arm coming under, we'll hop over here, ground into the left foot, and then the left arm comes over or under. And as you get used to this, it'll become more like muscle memory, less thought. So give yourself a moment to learn and to repeat and then to embed the information. And then once you know the formula you're asking of your limbs and your body, then we can start to work on cleaning it up. Okay, really working towards that, pulling everything in from the outside towards the center line. Okay, that's gonna be essential for that control and that stability. I like to think of it like my solar plexus right here, behind the navel, and all of the rays of a sun, because that's like the solar plexus, the sun, draw in each time I land, okay? So I come this way, they draw in towards the solar plexus. Now we expand out to hop over, now they draw in, and that's that control. Expand out, draw in, okay? I'm gonna let you just move through it a little bit so I can too. Next time you come to the right, hold it, hook it, sink into it. Let's really apply integrity to our Garudasana. Right side, bring those elbows, shoulder height, front to back, sandwich compression at the torso, hug around the waist, squeeze the thighs together, and then lift the pelvic floor as you sink down. Get grounded, get controlled. As we slow motion unravel, I want you to take this left leg straight out to the side. Maybe you have hand to knee, or if you're ready, hand to big toe. Inhale, exhale. Again, it can be a loose eagle, loose Garudasana as you sink. Inhale, spread those wings. Exhale, eagle lands. Inhale, eagle flies. Exhale, and inhale. Keep going. Exhale, and inhale. Next time you come to hand to big toe, stay a while. Let's apply the integrity. Let's work through the pose, the posture. Let's settle in and settle down. Think about that right foot like a tripod, big toe, pinky toe, heel. Okay, and then pull that tripod, all three legs towards each other. It's gonna ignite the arch. We're gonna release that foot, but don't drop it. Don't slingshot out. Slow motion, this is your challenge. Release and pivot towards the front of your mat. Keep this leg lifted, pivot, rotate at the hip. Rotate at the hip, find that stability, keep it, keep it. Flying warrior three. So this is like your locust, but up in warrior three position. Inhale, expand, lift, lift. Exhale, start to lower the back leg, but keep turning to the right. You're gonna land in a revolved skater position. Bring your arms overhead, grab your left wrist with your right hand, create a left side body stretch. Okay, really sink in. Let's milk it a little bit. Just enjoy for a second before we get back to more powerful movements. Next inhale, pull that left wrist. So you're really finding that length throughout that left side body. And at the same time, straighten this right leg. It's a little bit of a scissor stance. As you exhale, release the hands. They're gonna come down as you curtsy, squat, and drop that left knee towards the mat. It can stay at a hover. Inhale to rise, find that hook, straighten the right leg, side bend. Exhale, release, slowly decelerate down, curtsy, squat. Keep it at a hover. Keep going, inhale, lengthen, exhale, decelerate, inhale, exhale. Nice and powerful. Utilizing the full length of each inhale and exhale. One more time, we'll drop it down. Lift it back up, find that length. And then we're gonna square it off to the front of the mat. Pivot and find your lunge, crescent lunge, nice and strong. Nice and strong, nice and squared. Keep those feet on the railroad tracks, about hip distance apart. Sandwich compress, and then sink it down. Pull through that back heel. Engage the quad as you do so. It's gonna be like this pulley system, going like this, pulling up and pulling back. Don't let go of that sandwich compression. And then sink this right hip down. Okay, we're gonna come forward, ground down through the right foot. That will become our new base of support. We're gonna round, flex the spine, like cat pose as we draw the right quad into the belly and come head to knee. Doesn't need to be full expression, it doesn't need to be perfect. We're moving in and out because then we're going to unravel into that flying warrior three or flying locust. On an inhale, exhale, quad to belly, crunch, cat spine, head to knee. Unravel, lengthening, more of a cat spine extension. Flying locust, exhale, curl it in and crunch. Head to knee, keep going. As promised, I am sweating up a storm already. One more time, crunch it in. Lengthen it out, that flying locust. Turn, 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 face the side of the mat. Again, back to where we began. Okay, let's find that eagle. Sink it down nice and loose. We're gonna hop to the other side. Okay, land your eagle. Land it, secure it, sink it down. Take a couple breaths. Much needed grounding before we take flight. Once again, opposite side. Exhale, sink. Inhale, unravel, either hand to knee out to the side or hand to big toe. Spreading the wings. We let go. Left arm goes underneath the right. Sink it down and hand to big toe. Keep going. Sink it down, exhale. Inhale, spread and fly. Exhale, left arm under the right. And continue moving. Trying to find that balance and keep it to the best of our ability. Remember, a lot of that happens right here at the core, at that solar plexus. Draw everything into that point, but not just from the front to the back, from all angles, from the side, from the pelvic floor as it rises as we sink. Using the breath, the lid, the diaphragm, everything involved, all angles, all sides. One more time, sink it down. And then take flight and hold, hand to big toe. Settle in. Find the integrity in the posture. Complete the cycle. Find that tripod on that left foot. Ignite the arch. Now remember, when we release, we don't slingshot out. We hold this right leg high. We rotate at the hip joint as we pivot towards the back of the mat, finding that flying warrior 3 or flying locust. Inhale, lengthen, extend the spine. Exhale, slow motion. We set that back leg down as we continue to revolve the torso to the left. Coming into this revolved skater position. Inhale your hands to the sky. Grab the right wrist with the left hand and expand that length on the right lateral side body. Take a few breaths, enjoy. You know there's more work to come, so soak this feel good moment in. Inhale, find that length, pull a little deeper. Straighten the left leg, little scissor leg stance. And then exhale, curtsy drop as you lower the arms. We bring that back knee, the right knee, to a hover. Inhale, we rise, lengthen, straighten. Exhale, release, slow lower to a strong hover. Inhale. And exhale, keep going. One more time we'll lower, and one more time we'll rise. Twist it up, we take that twisted side angle stretch, and then let's straighten it all out as we face the back of the mat. We square, we align our feet on the railroad tracks and reach our hands towards the sky. Get grounded down, nice and square and stable. Front to back, sandwich compress. Ensure those hip points are in line. Pelvic floor rises as we sink the hips down. And remember this pulley system, pull the quad up as you press the heel back. Pull the quad up as you press the heel back. Settle in. This one is all about structure, this moment in time for us. A little stability structure, a little scaffolding. And then we're going to move around it, manipulate it, make it more durable, more resilient by adding that strong, buoyant stability to it. But we'll start here. Now remember, as we come up, we ground down through the left foot. It becomes our base of support. We start to transfer weight. We'll get a little wobbly, but we'll figure it out. We'll straighten it out. We create that cat spine, that flexion. As we bring the head towards the knee, it doesn't need to be perfect. As we unravel and unwind, we come through and into that flying locust or flying warrior 3, expanding in all directions. Exhale, cat it in. Crunch, head to knee. Inhale, expand, lengthen, extend. Flying locust. Exhale, glutes on fire. That left side glute knee is working hard now. You forgot about the right side one, that's good. It was burning in the last round. Booty burner, leg burner. Challenging our coordination, always challenging the core, always challenging that center, right? That solar plexus. I've got sweat stinging my eyes. I am sweating so much, and that's great. Inhale, expand, and exhale, curl and crunch, head to knee. Inhale, expand. One more time, we're gonna curl and crunch it in, head to knee. Then we're gonna take it back, and as graceful as possible, we rotate, pivoting back to the side of the mat, step it down, find that horse stance, lower, get grounded. Keep a little buoyancy there, but let's just take a moment. Maybe a little movement side to side. Keep breathing. Come back to your center. Come back to your breath. Match it with your body. Now inhale your hands to the sky as you straighten your legs, look up. Exhale as we flex at the hips, hinge and fold forward. When you reach the bottom, let go, release. Now we can work out maybe the shoulder girdle, little side to side movements. Inhale, flat back. And I just want you to wiggle those feet in a little bit so they're slightly wide but still turned out. Bend the knees, sink the hips, and place the elbows on the inside of the legs. Press the palms together. This initiates a chain reaction, resulting in the expansion of the vertebrae, the lengthening of the spine. Breathe into that space we've created. All the lubrication about the mini synovial joints of the body. Reestablish the stability that you always had within you. We just made new connections, or we enhanced them. We just got neurons firing to muscles, muscles firing back to the brain. We just awakened the brilliance that was already there. The body is an incredible thing, and this body-wide system of intelligence, sometimes we just have to start a conversation. Now we're going to come up a little bit out of this malasana yogi squat. So there's a bit of a suspended malasana. This means that buoyant stability, we are really activating. Even as you come up, you can kind of feel your glutes turn on every time for that just slight little pulse up. Embrace that. We're getting a booty burner today. We're going to turn to the right nice and slow and softly drop the left knee. We're going to hook the left elbow to the outside of the right leg and expand that wingspan vertically. Inhale here, and then exhale, come through that suspended malasana, sort of bob, like you're bobbing over the water, and take it to the other side. Drop, hook, extend. Inhale, exhale, bob across the water, okay? And then hook, I guess we're fishing today, and extend, wingspan vertically. Exhale, buoyant stability as we bob over to the other side. Hook that right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Inhale, extend. Keep going. Next time you come over to the right, drop that back knee, stay facing the front of the mat. and find your way into your runner's lunge. Hip points are square to the front edge of the mat. Pull that low belly back, navel to spine, but sandwich compress nonetheless. We've got that back support meeting in the middle. Pop onto the front heel. Let's just take a couple breaths here with that neutral spine. I want this to be soft when we move in and out of this next one as we are coming down and out of our practice. We're gonna inhale, softly lift up into a low lunge, and exhale as we sweep right back. If you need your hands on the ground, that's great. If you wanna fly your hands behind you, that's awesome too. Inhale, soft and smooth like butter. Exhale, pull the hips back. Inhale, shift gently. Exhale, shift the hips back. Next time you find that runner's lunge, stay and let's sink it a little deeper. Applying more of a fold as we connect quad to belly compress. And just soften into the deepening. Just nice and soft. We don't crank, we just soften to deepen. And now come back to that sort of stag position. We're gonna bounce buoyantly across the water through that suspended little malasana to the back of the mat. Stay squared to the back of the mat. First, we find that runner's lunge. Keep that nice neutral spine. Make that sandwich compression front to back. Pelvic floor rises. Pop onto the knee. Keep the hip points square. Find your breath. And as we prepare to start that gentle movement, remember this is soft, this is grazing. It's lifting weightlessly like a feather and then shifting back as we graze the mat below with our hands. Inhale, softly rise. Exhale, that feather drifts down, down. Inhale and exhale. Hips, booty, and legs. But like I often say, the core is part of it all. The core is always involved. Connects all the limbs to the center of the body. Force is transmitted through the core. So really, we kind of worked everything. Maybe not so much the arms besides that mobility aspect and releasing synovial fluid around the joints, improving really fluidly our range of motion. So I suppose we did our job today. Go ahead and melt down into your runner's lunge one more time. Remember, we soften to deepen. This isn't about cranking or forcing. This is about letting go. And that takes us a little deeper. Releasing the tension in the tissues. Not putting them on high alert, by putting them beyond their capacity, not triggering a warning that makes them seize up, soften to deepen. Inhale to rise really gently. I want you just to turn to the front of your mat and lower all the way down to your sit bone. Extend that left leg. long. Inhale your hands to the sky and exhale to fold forward, hinging at the hip and melting the belly into the quads. Remember, we soften to deepen, and we're gonna come in and out of this one too. So exhale, soften to deepen, and inhale to rise. Pull the left leg in, left sole of the foot into the right inner thigh. Inhale your hands to the sky, and exhale again, hinge at the hips, melt the belly into the quad, and soften to deepen. Exhale. And inhale to rise, extend that leg back out, both legs out in front. Inhale and exhale, soften to deepen, fold forward. Other side, right sole of the foot's gonna come into the left inner thigh. Inhale your hands to the sky and exhale, fold forward, soften to deepen. Let's do that again, all over from the beginning. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Inhale, pull the left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. And exhale to fold. Inhale, extend both legs. Bring that right sole of the foot to the left inner thigh. Exhale to fold. One more time. Inhale, lengthen, extend, and exhale to fold. Here we stay. Inhale to rise, scoot your butt forward to the point where the legs are bent, soles of the feet are grounded, hip distance apart. Slow lower, round the spine, cat spine, tuck the tailbone and connect the low back to the earth. Lower all the way down and inhale your hands to the sky as you lift the hips. Exhale, bring them down as you lower. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Inhale to rise and stay. Inhale, lift the hips a little higher. Exhale, bring the arms and the hips all the way down to the earth. Take your feet until they are mat distance apart. Windshield wiper the knees, left to right, left to right. Bring the head in, opposing direction. Moving in and out of a dynamic twist. Your arms can come out to cactus style as well. Ground down through the shoulders, ground down through the goalposts of your arms. Next time the knees come to the right, the head to the left, stay a while. Keep pressing that left shoulder down to the earth. Feel the spiral line and at the same time simultaneously press the left shoulder down as you pull the left knee over to the right. Come back to center, Upanasana. Hug it all in, draw the head to the knees. Expand it out, find the opposite side. Drop the knees to the left, the gaze to the right. Stay a while. Remember to really ground down through the right shoulder as you pull the right knee in the opposite direction. Feel that side spiral line lengthening from shoulder to knee. Draw it all in at the center, Upanasana one more time, head to knee, hug it. And then find your wall. Find a nice empty space and bring your legs up the wall. And if you have a block or a bolster, bend the legs, press the feet into the wall to slide your bolster, your block under your hips. Then scoot the butt till it's against the wall again and lengthen the legs. That's gonna bring your pelvis a little higher than the heart. And this very, very gentle, supported inversion works wonders. If I could give you one magical posture to do every day for at least 3 to 5 minutes, I would tell you to do this one. Bonus points for those elevated hips. So stay a while, reap the benefits of all the hard work that you did. Take those brain waves to the lowest, most therapeutic, most restorative level to get the really good stuff done within our bodies. Fight the diseases, heal, replenish, revitalize. Reverse the effects of gravity, of stagnation, of pooling in the body due to being in this bipedal position so often, and often a sedentary position where we sit often at a desk, in a car, on a couch. Let's reverse it all. Let's churn it up. Stay here for as long as you can, at least 3 to 5 minutes. I had so much fun practicing with you today. I can't wait till we meet again. It has been my absolute pleasure to guide your practice. Namaste.